I'm gonna go ahead and light our intention candle today. I thought I had a white one. I didn't. I have a yellow one. But one thing that you guys are gonna notice about me very quickly is that everything to me is really just symbolism. So while, yes, I wanted a white one because it's kind of a all-purpose candle, I didn't. So the intention is still the same for me. If anyone wants to share what they are intending for this morning and this week going forward, cool. If not, we can write it down. You can keep it in your heart. You can whisper it into your coffee or your tea. Yeah, so this is just a simple yellow ritual candle. I have it anointed with frankincense oil and a little bit of cinnamon oil because that's what I am calling into for this week. I'm gonna go ahead and light this ritual candle for the first ever Hearth Project. Wow, that's so exciting. Thanks everyone for coming. I hope everyone has a good morning. I hope this does what I intend it to do for everybody this morning, just a communal space where we can discuss and talk and love and laugh and plan for the future. I'm gonna put this right back here so we can see it. Yay, okay, so I have my coffee. I don't know if anyone is drinking coffee with me or tea. If so, can we talk a little bit about how you might sprinkle in a little bit of intention and magic in your coffee or your morning drink? Does anyone have a ritual? I used to, well, I still do sometimes, put a little cinnamon in my coffee to bring in prosperity. I used to straight up just put it in a pentagon shape in my coffee maker, like in the grounds. The moon in Taurus. So the moon moves into Taurus. And what this means for us is stabilization. Hi. Stabilization and grounding. That's really the two main things about this. One of the ways that we can tell is that the earth is moving into an earth sign. It's grounding into an earth sign. We're seeking comfort. We're seeking calm, we're seeking stabilization. Now, for some of us, I'm not gonna name names, that can be difficult sometimes. I feel like I get stagnant. I feel like on my weekends, which sounds crazy, if I'm not doing anything, I feel like I'm gonna lose my mind a little bit. Like I'll be enjoying myself watching TV on the couch, and I'm like, my brain is like, you gotta get up, you gotta do something. You have so many sewing projects. You have to read a book. Like, what are you doing? Which can feel like a prison. but we're talking about the snow. I think today the universe is gifting us comfort and calm, whether we like it or not, in the form that we like it or not. At least that's what's happening in my world for us in New York. I'm again always asking the universe for peace and for calm, and this time I'm getting it, but in the form of not being able to leave my house because of a snowstorm. So we're gonna take that, we're gonna say thank you. I'm going to keep myself busy in a calm, healthy way, and I'm not gonna force myself to think that I need to be doing more. So building instead of chasing, and tending the soil instead of forcing a bloom. That's what I have here. One of the things I have written down too is, where are we seeing, feeling, and seeking this out? I'm not even joking. Every time I get like, I'm like doing my manifestations, right? I'm doing my mantras. I'm always asking for peace. I am peaceful, I am calm, I am comfortable. These are the three things that I say all the time. Peaceful, calm, and comfortable. And I said it earlier in the live, but I'm going to say it again for everyone that hasn't heard it. I read somewhere that was like, this is what you wanted. The universe is gifting you things. It just may not be in the form that you expect it to. So I'm using this snowstorm that we're getting as an example. Peaceful, calm, comfortable. There's not much else I can be in the midst of a blizzard. I feel grateful that I have a roof over my head. I have warm, fresh food in my belly. I have various teas and concoctions. I have coffee. I have a dog who sounds like he might be let out in the bedroom any second. We are all peaceful, calm, comfortable. Is it in the way that I expected or was necessarily asking for? No. No, it's not. But we're gonna take it. There is a Mercury retrograde starting February 26th, I believe. I have it down here. February 26th to March 20th. Let's talk about Mercury retrograde. Generally speaking, for those of you who don't know, Mercury retrograde is essentially when Mercury in its rotations seems like it's going backwards. It's kind of like an optical illusion. It looks like it is traveling backwards in the solar system. Obviously, we know that it's not. But Mercury in itself rules a lot of things, communication, travel, stuff like that. So it causes disruptions in our lives in those ways. So starting February 26th, what can we do? What can we do to prepare for the Mercury retrograde? I read a little bit. This is actually a reference to the Farmer's Almanac, which I love. The Farmer's Almanac has been around for a long time, and with good reason. I used the Farmer's Almanac to plan my wedding, and it was not wrong. It did not do me wrong. I don't have a physical copy, unfortunately. One day I will get one. But I'm just going to keep referencing what I am working from, just for the people, new guests. This is what I've been referencing is the Witch's Date Book, the Llewellyn's Witch's Date Book. Very cool little date book. You can obviously use it as a regular planner. I do. But it's also really nifty because it also talks about the moon. It's just a general amazing pagan tool. Color of the day for the 26th is crimson. So if you want to plan ahead, maybe a little bit of added protection, a little bit added purification, maybe wear crimson on the 26th. And so looking forward to this week. We talked a little bit about today, moon in Taurus, grounding, stabilization, calm. That's the plan for today. I think we can make that happen. We can internalize that and make that happen. So looking forward now, this is the week ahead. And this is a little bit about how I want to practice this going forward. We're going to talk about where we're at, where we were at, where we're at now, and where we're going forward. So I'm going to skip around a little bit also because that's just how my brain works. Talked about today, we're talking about the week going forward, the 26th Mercury retrograde. What does that mean? All right, so from February 26th to March 20th, Mercury's in retrograde. Don't panic. Don't panic. This really just means Mercury is controlling a few things, disruptions in general. Mercury rules things like communication, messages, and travel. So if you have any travel plans, and I know I do, and I know my husband does, from February 26th to March 20th, be prepared. Double check those tickets. Double check your schedule. All right? Don't overextend yourself. Don't do too much. Don't take too much on. And don't place energy where it doesn't need to be. Don't let anxiety rule yourself because, and I'm really talking to myself when I say that, because generally I have some anxieties about things. Especially travel. It's just one of those things. So I'm going to focus myself and not get carried away about what could go wrong and just accept it's life. Nothing is perfect. We talked about Mercury retrograde. That is the week ahead on the 26th to the 20th. Which brings me to March 20th. The next Sabbath that is coming up is going to be March 20th, and that is Ostara. It is the spring equinox, and it just so happens, that is also the day that the Mercury is direct, meaning that it is back in its place. We're moving ahead. We're going to talk a little bit now about Ostara, what it is, what it means, what we can do to observe it. So, and there's actually a little paragraph I'm going to read from you guys in this book about Ostara, but in general, Ostara is the first day of spring equinox. It represents fertility, rebirth, and the balance of light and dark. It is one of my favorite pagan Sabbats. Easter was always one of my favorite holidays growing up. It doesn't help that my birthday is in March. And I just really love the idea of rebirth. I love the shifting in the air, the shifting in the energy and the season. You can feel the sun is coming out, the days are longer, flowers start to bloom. It's just like such a hopeful time in general. And then of course for me, it's like my birthday is right around the corner, which is such an uplifting feeling. I love spring. I really love spring. Moving out of this like dark space from winter. And if you're anything like me, you have a rough time with winter. I certainly do. So it can feel really good coming on the other side of that. And isn't that what paganism is about? I still struggle through winter and accepting it for what it is and what it brings to us. I'm not gonna lie, but spring, it's very easy for me to accept and to celebrate. So spring equinox, March 20th. Symbols include eggs, rabbits, and flowers. I personally am going to be hosting a dinner party for my friends that following weekend. Fresh bread, fresh fruit, flowers, lots of light colors. We're all dressing up and having just a nice dinner, kind of rejoining ourselves back into community, back into a warmer time, which is really cool. So I'm going to read to you. This is Ostara, Chicken Folklore. How cute. So this book has various things. It has recipes. It has, again, moon phases, stuff like that. But when it comes to the Sabbats, it has like little quippets about Ostara, folklore, little like knowledge nuggets. So this one is Chicken Folklore. The connection between Ostara and the chicken is pretty obvious. As the egg is a clear symbol of the season, it is the perfect time to explore a little lore belonging to this humble bird. Chickens are associated with fertility and new life. I didn't know that. And it makes sense when you consider the symbology? Why does that word sound weird? Of the egg. Chickens are represented domestic life and abundance, with chickens providing food in terms of eggs and meat. The male of the species has plenty of stories too. Black roosters are associated with Mom and Bridget, a powerful Iwa in voodoo, and also with Obeah, or it's just generally black magic. I didn't know that. Look, we're learning together on this beautiful Sunday morning. Where was I? In some versions of Baba Yaga's story, her hut walks about on a huge chicken legs. Negative connotations perhaps also come with biblical sources, as it was foretold that Peter would betray Jesus 3 times before the rooster crowed. It's not all negative though, for the rooster is also associated with the light, the sun, and the morning, because he does indeed see in the sunrise. According to Samoan folklore, the chicken has divine origins, being brought down to earth with the gods. Well, would you look at that? Little chickens. I wouldn't know that about chickens in general and folklore. That's really cool. One of the things I also wanted to talk about before we go about our day is last week's solar eclipse. We are in the year of the horse, which is really cool. It was the Lunar New Year, obviously, and the Chinese New Year and Ramadan. Really big days, really great days. For manifesting, setting plans into motion. This was one of my plans that I'm setting into motion, so thank you, everybody. It brings on new cycles, clarity, and it's like a cosmic reset. So it's a new year. It's all hopeful. We are clearing things that are not meant for us anymore, opening and creating space for things that are. I hope everyone had a good new year. I hope everyone had a good week. I hope we can both feel the energy, clear things out, either physically, mentally, emotionally, whatever that means for you. Rapid change, because it's the fire horse, which happens, I think it was every 60 years. This is bringing about rapid change. It's really amplifying everything that the horse represents. High passion, high intensity, high change, quick change, rapid change. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. And one of the things I'll share for everybody, this year, 2026, in general, the year of the horse focuses on travel, adventure, action, and abundance. And I have a lot of travel this 2026, so I'm pretty excited about that. adventure. I could always use more of that. I'm very excited about that. Abundance and action. So looking ahead, this 2026, I hope will bring lots of good things for not only my home, but also yours as well. Yeah, I hope everybody really enjoyed this. Thank you everyone who joined and was here to enjoy this Sunday morning. I think that's pretty much all she wrote. If anyone has any questions, feel free to throw them in the chat. I'm gonna stick around for a few more minutes. I'm gonna let this candle burn out. It's almost done. If you guys have a candle at home and you have things that you need to get done, don't forget to snuff or to blow it out, however you feel is the most appropriate way. I'm gonna let this burn because I'm sitting around today and I really want to see this through. So yeah, that's the intention for this week. Grounding, calming, creative energy. Very nice. Take it easy. Take it calm. This is the home stretch, I fear. We just need to ground ourselves and get through this week. And then we're on and up into Ostara, which is one of my favorite Sabbats. So we have things on the horizon. We all do. If you guys want to journal a little bit, journal prompt can be, where are we feeling this energy? What are we doing with this energy? Where are we placing it? Are we placing it in the right places? Where can we shift it if we are not? And that's all. Thanks everyone for joining. And hopefully I'll see you next Sunday. Yeah, next Sunday. I don't think I'll be around the Sunday after that. Maybe I'll do a special edition with my mom. Maybe, because I'll be in Georgia. So Mom, maybe we can do a special Hearth episode with my mother and we can talk about that. But for now, that's it, you guys. I hope you guys have a great Sunday. I hope you have a great week. If anyone has any questions or ever wants to be a guest and has anything they want to talk about, please, my DMs are open, my messages are open. Any book recommendations that you guys really prefer to work with, if you have any questions about the Llewellyn's Witches date book, please let me know. I really would like to build on this little community. And yeah, have a great day, guys. I'll see you.